from dust.
Good evening, everyone. You just saw a brilliant trailer by Shaky. Once again, I have to give credit to him every time. A lot of the graphics are designed by him, and they are very, very good. This is kind of a mix in between. The background was provided by Shaky, and the logo was created by Shaky, but I got everything in. Now, should be fine. Let's review the results yesterday. No tiebreaker so far. We haven't got into a tiebreaker for any game. actually, any game basically. You're seeing. Does that mean we're going to be seeing a tiebreaker tonight? We are long due for a tiebreaker. We want to have one very quickly. And the first game I was streaming Serenity versus A1N1. That resulted in victory for Serenity 4-2, and that was the longest game actually. But then I followed Endgame versus Dinos, and it then became the shortest game. Endgame just trouncing Dinos 4-0 very quickly. I believe Dinos want a perfect response from that result. They want to show everyone that they're a very capable team, and tonight it's going to be very important. Elsewhere, you also saw two more 4-0s, BPS winning Immortals 4-0 and Veil winning APA 4-0. And then you have Serenity versus Loka 4-2 and Turks 4-1 against A1N1. It's interesting for APA, they finished third in this ranked season and they haven't won a single match. Tonight they have a favourable fixture, and I believe they have two favourable fixtures. I think they will pick up points tonight, but if they don't, then there is some serious issue. There are some serious issues with APA's team. I don't know what it is, but that doesn't look good. But also, you know, APA is a clan that will only grind the results where they need to. That's kind of a style, I would say. I can't blame APA for that. But anyway, tonight we will have BPS versus Serenity, A1N1 versus Endgame, Loka versus Turks, APA versus Dinos, and I'll be following first. Veil versus Immortals in around 10 minutes or so, thereabouts. The maps are Campsteer, Alpenstadt, Vineyards, Middelburg, We also have, in an hour later, Turks versus BPS, Serenity versus Veil, Immortals versus APA, and the game we're following, very exciting one it is, Endgame versus Loka. And it is actually the fight between two season winners just recently. Endgame winning the winter season this year, and Loka winning the spring season this year. And also, it is the first time Loka won a single season ever in World Tank Splits Esports. And finally, we have Dinos versus A1M1. The maps are Fouts, Rockfeed, Foot Despair, and Oasis Palms. Once again, we remind you about the group stage format. 10 teams in a round robin series, a single round robin it is, best of 7. Thank you for the subscription, Maxiu. And you have top 4 being in the final stage directly, 5th to the 8th place, advancing to the last chance stage, with the 9th to the 10th place being eliminated from this tournament. The matches start at 8 and 9 Central European Summer Time respectively. There are 2 games per day. And this is the lineup for Veil. We have Elysium as the captain of the team. Kirovets is the bold player from REUN. Then you have No Pen, Tastic Killer, Valrider, Vabon, Vabello, Io Chihi, Charlie Scene, and Yuri 12. Meanwhile, you have Immortals with Alistair and Patron Crew as the captains of the team. And you also have Enounced, Lightning McQueen, Chelsea, Belle Delvine, Romeo Jones, which is borrowed from Jones, Winner, Routes, Drian, and Sticky. It is, you have to say it in a cute tone. And then, the one we are all excited about, it will be Hollow Purple and Winterlake in the endgame team, being the captains respectively. People Devil, Carolate, I Love Susie Bay, Marshmallow, Akishiyu, Toby, and Orca. Loka, we have Fox-tastic and Unis-tastic in the as the captains of the team. We also have Fantastic, Onya-tastic, U-tastic, Wesh-tastic, Yasio-tastic, Sebu-tastic, Vid-tastic, and Baron-tastic. If you want to donate to the prize pool, so far we only have 465 euros in the prize pool, and let's hope we can exceed 500 euros tonight. If you want to donate to our prize pool, go to my PayPal directly and donate it via this PayPal account, and all the proceedings will go into prize pool. And all the ways you can do to support my stream directly, personally, is to use the YouTube Super Chat, although YouTube takes a huge chunk of the donation, and Streamlabs, it will also go directly to PayPal, and that will be counted as the prize pool. So, without further ado, let's actually do a brief review. BPS vs Serenity will be streamed by Noob Eater. Exit will be following A1M1 vs Endgame. You have the Falcon Dude following Loka vs Turks. Kopaka will be streaming in Polish. He will be following APA vs Dinos, and I will begin with Veil vs Immortals. So far in the table, you have 4 teams having 2 points, which are Endgame, BPS, Turks, and Serenity. Loka and Veil both have 1 point. Meanwhile, you have A1M1, Dinos, Immortals, and APA at the bottom of the table with 0 points. And here we go. And Veil has arrived, but that's actually, I'm just going to check where all the rooms are created. They didn't tell me. There we go. All the rooms created. Alright, anyhow, Immortals is also coming in, and let's actually go back to the training room. If you haven't voted already, who will win this round? Is it going to be Veil, or is it going to be Immortals? And when the game starts 3 minutes before, this poll will close. So please vote if you haven't already, and if the poll has closed, then tough luck. And hopefully we have more people coming in, joining us. We only have 2 viewers so far. Well, that's not good. Hopefully we have more. And let's actually get more viewers then. All right. Hello, hold my Soldier Shaker. And well, Immortals hasn't shown up in full yet. Hello, Vidos, how are you doing? The person streaming A1N1 versus Endgame, I think it has been shown. It is Exit, and he is still ready. That he is still preparing his stream, so you might have to wait for a little while. Okay, good. Hope my Salt Shaker got the information. We might be starting late because not everyone for Immortals has shown up. If they don't show up with 7 players in 5 minutes, if they have less than 5 players, then technical victory to Veil, and that will not be good at all. We already had 1 technical victory granted in the pre-qualification round, and that is Rackham against Tracker Esports. Let's hope it's not going to be the case for Immortals, and so has shown up. I'm not sure if he is part of the team. No, so it's not part of the team. Oh, there's a player change. E-Downs is here. We got the same player change, but we don't know what the player change. Immortals hasn't used the quota for the player change. So it's probably going to be Immortals with that player change. So far we already have 2, 3, 4 clans that has used the player change. Yep, player change. It's going to be So's that is going to be the player change here. And he's in the team. Just going to wait for 1 more person, and 4 more minutes to go. Camstia is a map that can be really passive. It's pretty much the only map where both clans are able to reset all 3 caps. So this map has the highest probability that both teams will use up all 7 minutes. We don't see that often in other maps because at least there is a side that you have to cap that can be captured quite easily, but not for Camstia. Camstia is a different map, so either it will go very quickly, it will propagate very quickly, or it will become a snooze fest. Let's hope it's not going to be the case here, and that is why streamers and viewers do not like to see Camstia being played by teams. It just has this bad name, bad reputation. With Camstia being very boring. And if Wargaming decides to remove Camstia, we are all here for it as viewers and streamers. Maybe not for some teams, because it's not a map that is universally hated, at least. There are maps which are more hated by teams like Hellas, Camstia isn't really the map that is universally hated, but it's not a map that a lot of teams like anyway. Immortals, they still have 2 more minutes to go. I hope they will show up for 7. Alright, Chelsea FC Champions is now here, so Immortals will show up with 7 players. Not really good stuff at the moment. Immortals, hopefully they will show us some really good games, but if I were to be honest, not sure about their top 8 hopes in summer season. I hope to be proven wrong, and they barely managed to get into the top into the final stage. I mean, no, the group stage actually. But they have a lot to prove. They remain to be the second bottom in the odds for getting a top 4 or winning the tournament outright. Oh. Ah. There we go. There we go. Immortals will be on the south side and Vale will be on the north side. Great. There we go. Might be too close to Poe then. Very good too. Thank you very much, Overdose. Let's have more people coming in to watch this stream, because so far we only have 4 people watching. This is even worse than Asia server, to be honest with you. But you guys have voted Vale to be the clan winning this round. What is going on? It's encounter. Oh my god. Oh my salt shaker, you noob. Put it in supremacy. Oh my goodness, man. We start off with a noob move. I saw my salt shaker. Oh my god, this is a common mistake. I don't blame you though. Well, I do blame you for this, but this is a common mistake. No excuse for that, no. We're off to a good start, really. We are having Immortals with Chelsea and Lightning McQueen, double Crown Bargain, double Irons 4 by Patron Crew and E-Downs, Ramiro Jones and Vicky Slate, Alistair, and so double T125 with Bell going with Eagle Chihi. In the T125, Tarston Killer and Yori 12 in the double AMX50B, Vabon in the Ice 4, double Crown by Elysium and Vamillo with Vicky Slate by Charlie Scene and Eagle Chihi. T125 once again. Oh my salt shaker apologizing. It's fine. Don't worry about that. You're going with Eat Out. You're going to climb up this area, this small rising here, but Immortals just committing their forces mostly into A with Charlie Scene. Let's actually head into his perspective. He's going to get some spots up, will be very important, but it looks like to be a Camstia first at the moment here. Ikochi just crossing very aggressively. If you can see, he's going to take a position to get spots up over to the A side. I think he might get spots off Lightning McQueen, Patron Crew, and potentially Chelsea. At the moment, it's even Stevens for everyone, but Charlie C might be in some sort of trouble. I think Vale might need to give some support. Well, at the moment we have So capturing A and Vabon capturing B. So this is not going to turn into that dull, very dull Camstia fest. Charlie C dove down into the river, and I believe Oopsie is going to get his fishing rod and fish Charlie C up from this. But we have E-Downs taking some hit already. Great job to Vale at the start. But the hit points, the cap points are with Vale at the moment, and Immortals at the moment. They're going to take hold of C, but Elysium got reset just in time. Oh, a lot of action is happening already. Vamillo in some tricky situation. Patron Crew is going to get into a very aggressive position to potentially shut down Vamillo. Vamillo needs to be really careful here. We are seeing Patron Crew. Oh, he might be teed up by Tarston Killer and Vamillo. but not sure if this is going to be a good idea for both teams. Vamillo might be taken down very quickly. Lightning McQueen with a lots of shells in this clip, but also Chelsea's looking for Vamillo, but also Vale quickly, swiftly just rotating to shut down Patron Crew, and it's going to be Patron Crew the first time down, but the current Prague is looking to shut down Vamillo, but unable to do so, with Chelsea getting shot from behind. Tustin Killer reloaded, but Charlie Scene getting taken out very swiftly with Lightning McQueen looking to kill off Vamillo. Finally, they killed off Vamillo, but it took them almost 3 tanks to do so. Hello, Seeker Destroy, how are you doing? Iko Chi He is now in some sort of trouble. You should study your exam for your exam, Seek. But anyway, you have Vabon looking, getting shot. Ego Chihi now killed, Elam's killed. It's now 4 vs 4. It's Hippos are neck and neck here with Tustin killed, now reloaded. Great kill onto Lightning McQueen, but at the same time Beans not getting captured. That means Vale lost all their caps, and that can be very important kill right here. Elysium killing off Romeo Jones. That means their only light tank from Immortals is now taken away. And that is really, really good news for Vale. They don't have any mediums or lights. If they take out that light tank, they don't have to worry about light tank going around getting the caps back. And it's all about getting the kills now for Vale. They have 4 tanks and they have 2 very low hit point targets here. And we're seeing So brawling 1 vs 2, but Alistair is struggling to be alive. Elysium is killed by So, but Yorito is coming in to shut down Alistair here. Tustin Killer is diverting his attention away, but So won that 1 vs 2 affair right here, and it's going to be another 1 vs 2. Can So do the unthinkable and do an epic comeback here? Not sure, but at the very least, So would need not to get an ammo rack from himself, but if So scores an ammo rack for himself, then it will be good, but it's not going to be the case. Tustin Killer killing off So, handing Vale the important victory at the start. Great job to Vale. Immortals did fine, actually, not terrible start for them, but Vale managed to really to be in control of the situation for most of the game, but it was a very close game in the end. I can't really recall which team has made an obvious mistake here, but Vale seems to be on top of the game in terms of isolating tanks and supporting teammates, and I would say Immortals just got outplayed. There are 4 tanks doing more than 2k, and Vale there are 6 tanks doing more than 2k, so great hit point pool sharing and also damage spread for Vale here, and that means Vale 1-0 to Immortals. Hey, hopefully we have 7 viewers. Let's get more than 10 at least. Okay, now we are on to the second game. Vale is going with double or maybe triple T125s by Igoshi Charlie Scene, and perhaps Vamillo. Double AMX 50Ps by Elysium and Yori 12. We also have Tustin Killer in the Vicus Light and Breathe Born in the Ice Ball. Meanwhile, Immortals, they are going with Chelsea in T125 and Lightning McQueen in the Crown Wagon alongside So. Chelsea and Elam's double T125. Alistair the IS4. VK, interesting choice here, will be played by Patron Crew, and Vicus Light will be played by Romeo Jones. Let's head up high to the back of the map. We are seeing Immortals blue team north side, this time committing the forces over to A with Vale, maybe looking for a big push down to the C side very quickly at the start, but you are seeing Alistair just ignoring C totally, and I don't think Vale will be able to spot anything. They can try to get C without any trouble at all. Vamillo is doing that exactly, but he is spotted. Great spotting by Romeo Jones, and Vamillo needs to be really careful. Hello Straddle, how are you doing? With C now getting captured, this is once again not going to be a camp fest. So it's just crossing all the way to A, and credits to Tustin Killer for getting those spots up, and they're going to, and Immortal's going to get A, and that's Vale's going to get B as well. This is going to be a quick game, I must say. Nubita Nubita's stream is down once again. What? Is it regular stream downage for Nubita though? Wait, what? I'm just what? Thing is his stream down. Like the Queen is now very very low, and he might be taken out very quickly. Oh dear. Vale has 2 caps. We're back at the moment. Oh, Lightning McQueen dropping down, sliding down this hill here, and it's retreating back to A. But it's going to be Immortals that needs to make a move. They do not have the cap advantage, but they have. No, they don't have the hit point advantage as well. So Vale just need to defend, and it's going to be Vale that needs not to lose too many hit points. Charlie C losing some hit points in this position. They don't want to do that. It's a really defensive position. They do not want to lose hit points in this situation. Immortals, they are figuring out how to rotate, but Alistair is just proceeding very carefully. They know Vale has a lot of tanks, but Tusken Killer might be in a very tricky situation. And if Immortal decides to rush Tusken Killer can run away. But you never know how he could run away. Maybe. Or down to the river, or go past that hill here, and hold down there. You saw teams having a medium or light tank taking hold of that position, and that tank is a nuisance there. Held down really well. Vale attempting to put shots into Alistair, but it's an out of bounds. It's actually Edowns that goes on top of this hill. Let's actually follow his perspective. He might be getting a lot of shots in to the AMX50B. That can be very important here, but time is running out for Immortals. They need to get the kills here. They're trying to push onto the double AMX50Bs and also Charlie scene here, but will Immortals have enough support here? The AMX50B have full clips, and they can take out so very very quickly here, and it's now down to 1 shot. And it's going to be with a kill for Soto here, and Tusken Killer is now very very low, and so is Charlie Scene. And Immortals need to come in to support these tanks here, but it's still really close to call. But with Charlie Scene now taken out, Immortals got A as well. That is going to get a momentary cap stop. I don't know how to pronounce that, but Elysium is now going to be a 1-shot. Alistair is now down. Things have turned really, really chaotic here, with Elysium now down, with Lightning McQueen coming here to support Immortals forces. But on the other hand, you have a brawl happening near C, with Romeo Jones now killed. Yuri 12 now struggling to stay alive in the 50B. Edowns will be looking to kill off Yuri 12, but in terms of cap points, it's still... Oh, Vale, that kill onto Patron Crew and next Lightning McQueen. And they got 1,000 cap points, and it's going to be 2-0 for Vale. Once again, another close game. Wow. We're seeing Immortals with 4 tanks do more than 2k, and Vale 4 tanks do more than 2k. And we are now on to Alpenstadt here. Oof. No, EU Camp Steel isn't as campy as I think, yes, as Asia, or maybe or sometimes it can get really campy, I would say, Strata 8. But now we're on to Alpenstadt. We are going to be seeing Vale going with Eagle Cheeky in the mouse, potentially double beats by Elysium and Yuri 12. And I'm just going to wait for a little while, and I'm going to, you know, update the scoreline. And also, I will go to APA's game if it begins very quickly. Oh dear, there is a big drop in the viewer numbers. I hope my stream is fine. Seems there is a universal issue with the stream tonight. Alright. Good. There we go. Thank you very much. And here we are. Alpenstock it is now. Vale going with 50B by Elysium. Just only one. Free the Bond in the Ice for Crown Wagon by Charlie Seed. Eagle Chi in the Mouse, Double T125 by Vamilo Jory 12, Vickers Light will be played by Tustin Killer. Immortals will be going for double M60Os by Lightning McQueen and Romeo Jones. Mouse, double Mouse it is, Pan Patrol Crew and Alistair, Double T125 by Chelsea and So, with Vickers Light by Eounce Combine. Eounce getting a lot of spots up already, it's just going to tread very carefully. Oh, sorry. Eounce just can't drive suddenly and he crashes into the double T125, so it just call me Jack. Yes, don't worry. It's my name. So Patron Crew. Oh, takes double tap by Elysium. Has to be really careful here. Not a great start for Immortals by Andy Beads. And Lightning McQueen already quite low, down to 1,000 hit points. Oh, 631. Immortals falling apart. At the moment here, they are really falling apart heavily. You have to remember, Vale and Immortals, they met one another already in Group 1 back in the pre-qualification round. And it is actually Vale winning it. I think they won. Yeah, they won that. No, no, Immortals is a group. No, they won that. Yeah, they won that. And it looks like Vale is going to win against Immortals once again. You're going to be seeing Vabon missing their shots onto Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen, lucky not to be killed there already. And C is captured, but I think Elysium's going to go C very quickly. So that brief cap advantage will be eliminated by Vale. And Immortals, they are struggling in cap. They're struggling with hit points, and very quickly they will struggle in caps as well. And Immortals, they need to wake up. They haven't been able to do so, and that next match, that can be very important. Hello Vicky, how are you doing? Task the Killer is going to get C. That is going to be very, very important. Elysium taking a hit by Romeo Jones, taking another hit by Romeo Jones, and C is getting captured. B is now getting captured by Eagle Chi He. And that will put Immortals under a lot of pressure, but Eagle Chi He. Oh, Vale getting a little bit smug here, trying to be a little bit greedy as well. Couldn't quite get it, and Eagle Chi He lost a big chunk of hit points doing so. They don't have to get another cap. They have C. Immortals got none. Yes, you should, and hopefully I'm reliable with the stream, so hopefully we get more people watching soon. Hello everyone, hopefully we have more people watching this. So far we're starting with very, very few viewers. 225 missing their shots onto Yuri 12 with Immortals trying their hardest to make a comeback in hit points, but they are in deep trouble. The Mouses, they can try to force an issue on B, but you will be seeing Vale trying to reset B, or maybe they can actually, you know, I don't know what to say about this. This is looking very grim for Immortals at the moment, but Eagle Chi He might be the pressure point here. If Immortals decide to rush Eagle Chi, that could work. Eagle Chi is actually isolated in some respect, but Tustin Killer is just roaming around, trying to support Eagle Chi, but if Immortals is going to rush Eagle Chi en masse, will Tustin Killer be enough to help to save Eagle Chi? But no, at the moment here, Vale is looking to shut down Lightning McQueen. It's the first tank down, and actually Vale has made a move. Eagle Chi is now dead. It's now 1-on-1 1-in-1 the trade, but look at this 1-2 Vabon. What are you doing? Great shot into Chelsea, but he needs a lot of help. Vermilion's coming here to support Vabon, but So is trying his best to shield Chelsea, and that is really good to see. And that means Vabon's going to go down, but no, So bounces onto Vabon, but it's going to be Chelsea killing off Vabon, and that's another show into So. So's been doing a tremendous job in shielding Chelsea, but will that be enough? They have guns, they can absolutely turn this around with their effective BPM, but the chances are looking smaller and smaller. Romeo just now dead. They are now a gun down. Tarston Killer killing off So. Patron Crew is now going to be surrounded. They might be focusing the mouse, I mean Vale, and Tarston Killer bounces onto Patron Crew, and it looks like to be Vale winning this third match here, and Immortals unable to get a response to that, and Elounds just capturing C, and it's now down to a one-shot. Alistair taking a hit. Alistair taking another hit as well. Mamilo is not the one killing off Alistair, but it's going to be Elysium. So reports Elysium for kill steal for Mamilo. Mamilo, I'm sorry. Tarston Killer is going to land that shell into Elounds. Elounds just raises his white flag, and that means it's going to be Vale. What another convincing. This is going to be the first convincing win I'm seeing tonight. The matches on Camp Steel, they were close. Oh, my game crashed. And it's now 3-0 to Vale at the very wrong moment here. I hope Hold My Socks is going to wait for a little moment. Here we are. Now, the game performance, I think the game just suddenly crashed. Oh, we are back. Alpenstadt, we are seeing Vale going with double team in 25 potentially, but it's match point to Vale now. Immortals, they only won one match so far in the group stage, and really hopefully we will see Immortals coming back in full force. But Berlin is not in this team, so will Berlin be able? I mean, Berlin, most famously known for his pep talks. But Immortals, do they have a person like Berlin to do those OP pep talks? We're going to find out soon. But they need that Berlin pep talk. You know, we have to trademark Berlin's pep talk now, because GV is pretty much the master of comebacks. Immortals, we will find out whether Berlin is playing for Immortals. But they really need that. Player. But Sean Crew is the captain of the team. Alistair as well. So both of them, they really need to motivate Immortals right now. Vale looking so strong tonight so far, and we have to ask why they didn't get top 8 last season, because they deserve top 8 in the end. I think it was a very good performance so far, and it really bodes them well for a top 8 finish in the summer season. And we're now seeing Vale with Ego-Chihi in the mouse, Elysium M60 alongside Yuri 12, Tarston Killer in the Vegas like Charlie CD 100, Double Eyes 4Y, Fever Born, and Vabillo. Immortals is going with Chelsea in the T125 alongside Romeo Jones, Alistair, and So Elounds, M60, Patron Crew Mouse, and Lightning McQueen, Baker's Light. And why am I? Here we go. We are back on Alpenstadt. And let's head up high, shall we? Blue team, Immortals, sub spawn. Vale, red team, no spawn. Lightning McQueen in that Vickers Light. He's going to get some spots up, but as well as Tarston Killer. We'll follow Tarston Killer for a moment here. It would work in the first few times, but probably in the next few times it won't. the easiest strategy to make a counter against is rush strategies. The reason is that because it's predictable where you rush. If you keep on doing the same thing, the other team just work to tailor a strat to stop you from rushing that river. We saw many clans doing that actually, and when it became a staple in their strats, the other team simply just work around their strategies and just tailor their strategy to counter that. So it could surprise the enemies in the first few times, but the next few times, no, it probably will not. So I've answered your question to Stratolate. We're seeing Immortals going really aggressive, but I'm very worried about Romeo Jones here. He is isolated, and if Vale, I think they know this. They are going to rush out Romeo Jones. He needs help. Immortals, their formation is not really good at the moment. Romeo Jones, can he hold here for long enough? But Vale is hesitating at this moment. Immortals isn't good anymore. Unfortunately, at the moment, it doesn't look good. But at the moment, I think Immortals might be punishing Vale for being very hesitant here. They aren't able to shut down Romeo Jones, and Tastic Killer has to run away instead and has taken a lot of hits here. Oh, I think Vale would have to pay for their hesitation here. They finally killed off Romeo Jones, but at what cost? Tastic Killer really low. It's pretty much a one-on-one trade right here. But at the same time, Vale is looking to shut down E-Lounge and also Alistair. And they're going to lose Eagle G very quickly. They lost Eagle G here. It's now 6 vs 6. E-Lounge combined is going to go down very soon. They trapped both Alistair and also E-Lounge. Tastic Killer is now killed, but E-Lounge is now killed by Charlie Seed. But Yuri 12 is climbing up in the M6Os. And the hit points are now neck and neck here. We are feeling the effects of Berlin's laptop here. I think Berlin might be playing for Immortals, so it's now killed. And hit points are now in a little bit of a advantage. Oh, great hit into Lightning McQueen by Charlie C. That was a big HE shell. And Lightning McQueen just nifty tank can't even penetrate into China scene. Really low penetration values it is. Alistair is dead, Lightning McQueen's dead, and actually that HE shell turned things around, and it's now 5 vs 2 for Vale. This is surely going to be Vale. Immortals' valiant efforts here really almost punished Vale for their hesitation, not rushing Romeo Jones off quickly, with Ramilo killing off Chelsea, and Patron Crew will be the last person standing. It's going to be 4-0 to Vale. Hello, how are you doing? Is it? No. A1N1 vs Endgame, that's streamed by Exit. The link is in the server. I will go and follow APA's game because that is not streamed. Kopaka suddenly said he can't stream, so we are going to be following that game very quickly. And here we are. Vale 4-0 against Immortals. Brilliant job to Vale. Let's actually go very quickly. And now we'll go to APA. What's the password? Local won Turks 4-0, Endgame won 4-0, so that Endgame already won, so we're going into APA's room. Okay, as it stands, it's going to be 3-1 to Dinos. Wow, Dinos is actually oh, Kopaka is now streaming, so it's good. Do we so. Kopaka is streaming, so that's good. So what room we are still waiting for? BPS versus Serenity. We'll follow that then. I think Kopaka is streaming that, so don't worry. I will go follow BPS versus Serenity. So far it stands 2-2. Okay, I'm coming in. We're going to follow BPS versus Serenity next. Unfortunately, there is some problems with with the laptop of 4-0 to Vale, and Loka 4-0 to Turks. Oh dear. I hope Kopaka's still streaming. That will be really good. They're still in the battle at the moment. And we just do this very quickly. BPS and Serenity. Okay. And then we can do this. Okay, let's change. Hopefully, Falcon Dude is still there, and Kopaka is streaming nicely. And here we are, 2-2 for BPS and Serenity. At the moment here, it's still really close, and this is the 5th game for both teams. It's going to be match point for all of the teams there. Nope. And Endgame hasn't lost a single match so far, and Turks didn't start well tonight, and APA is still playing. Vale versus Immortals, it ends 4-0 to Vale. It's still in the battle, so that's it's been a slow one. Okay, good. It ends 3-2 to BPS, so it's now match point to BPS. Hopefully. Yes, Endgame versus A1N1 is over. It's as it stands, 4-0 to Endgame. And will we be seeing the first tiebreaker? We'll find out soon. Okay, so this is going to Ronka is now in BPS. Interesting. A turn of events. Ronka actually is the one that put Whoopsie onto the subs bench back in that game, and interesting to say the least. But anyway, but maybe not entirely accurate, but. Anyway, we are seeing Serenity going with double M60Os by Flytix and also Spitfires, Herkimmich and Alpha double Kranwagen. Brokey the IS-4 Days because like Platt and the T125. On the other hand, we have PPS going with General and Zerd, double Kranwagen, double Batch Shots by Last AFK and Whoops. We also have double T125s by Radacoastal and Romka with Object 3 and the T123. Here we go. Hopefully both teams are ready. Why am I in the middle? Because the game was happening at that moment, and you know, that moment, and here we go. It seems APA has won one game back. Or is it no? Dinos winning APA 4-1. Ooh, APA winning the first match, but they lost to Dinos. Ooh, what's this going on to Dinos? It has gone on for a while for BPS. They're preparing. Oh no. Okay, here we go. BPS and Serenity. Match point to BPS. You missed a huge chunk of this because New Beta, unexpected things happened and his laptop overheated. And anyway, you were seeing Serenity going with these tanks on sub-spawn. BPS going with double TB22s by Last AFK and General. Days is going to get a lot of spots up, potentially going in to be very quickly at the start, but look at General and also Last AFK. I think they're going into position to reset the cap on B. Days might be in some sort of trouble, and he got reset by Whoops actually. That's the important reset right here, but will General be able to push out? No. And Days, is he able to stay safe? This is a very tight angle to work with, but he got reset! That is another important reset by T22, but it was a miss. Oh, he has to stay really safe now, and he is horrendously stuck. And General and Last AFK, that was some really important position, but receiving even more hits here. BPS has started this one really well, but on the other hand, it's actually Serenity with the hit point poorly. The double T22 actually are in some sort of trouble. They need to get away from this, but they are receiving a lot of hits from this, so it's now down to watch. General might be taken down. He is stuck, however. Serenity prepared to put the last shell into General, but General will opt for Camel reset first. The hit point still with Serenity at this moment, but the Object 3 coming in already, but it's a 1 versus 4. I don't know what Object 3 is thinking about, but he looks to shut down Herkimmich here with Brokey now very, very low. It's still very close to call. Brokey's dead, General is finally dead, and this has become this entire game has turned into disarray. I want to use that word, but I can't seem to do that. But anyway, one gun up for BPS. That can be very important here. Spitfire is still really healthy. Serenity with only 4 tanks. Great shot into Whoops here. Serenity still has a chance. That is really impressive indeed. But you will have to ask, summer season, this is probably going to be the least competitive season this year for EU server. You would have expected a lot more closer games, but Alpha, dead. It's now 5 versus 3 here. Flytix now reload. BPS is looking to get a comeback here. This is going to be huge. But Flytix unable to put a shell, and now Platt is now isolated. It's now 2 versus 5 here. Serenity, I think they are going down 2-4 potentially. They're looking to shut down Radacoastal, and that is the case. But Spitfire is now the last tank left remaining, and with M60O, the low DPM, I forgot to change the scenes, apologies. Jesus me. Should oh my gosh. That is embarrassing. Serenity 3 tanks to more than 2k BPS really held their breath really well under hit point pool disadvantage by the by majority of the time. Here they have 4 tanks doing more than 2k. It was a very tense match indeed, and it's going to be BPS winning 3 points now. This is going to be huge for BPS. And it's now going to be the final game. Well, we still don't have a tiebreaker. Can we see it soon? We will want to see one soon, actually. Mistakes are happening to everyone tonight, I agree with you. But let's actually go and look at the table. Okay, it ends 4-2 for BPS, and Endgame 4-0 against A1N1, Loka 4-0 against Turks, and Dinos 4-1 against APA, and Vale 4-0 against Immortals. There are so many 4-0s this season, I don't know why. I think there is something wrong. And yes, you're seeing Endgame and BPS with 3 points top of the table, but Endgame is in the first place because they lost no single game. And BPS 3 points, lost 3 games, 3 matches. Endgame lost 0 matches. But at least APA would be breaking the egg. They won 1 match at least, but they couldn't win the game, and they lost against Dinos. They finished 3rd last season. What was going on to APA? And A1M1, you would be thinking that they will at least secure a point, but they were up against Endgame. We can't do anything about that, and they're still rooted at the bottom of the table here. Vale 2 points, 9 wins, 9 match wins. They're now in the 5th position. Turks 8 match wins, and they're in the 6th position. And this is the really close call. Loka and Serenity. Loka, actually Serenity should be above Loka here. But anyway. We still have around 14 minutes to go. If we reload this. Yeah. Because Serenity also won 1. So this table is right. Endgame, BPS, Loka, Serenity is now in the top 4. Vale and Turks, same number of points as Loka, Serenity. And we still have 3 clans yet to break the egg. And here we are. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'll be back very soon, and we'll probably have enough time to play a replay then. So, just going to do that then. Okay, we got everything set up. So next we have Turks vs BPS. That will be streamed by the Falcon Dude. New beta. Unfortunately, he has some issues with his stream, so Serenity vs Veil that probably won't be streamed. Immortals vs APA probably won't be streamed as well. Cole Parker seems to have some problems as well. Endgame vs Locale will be streamed by me, and Dinos vs A1M1. I think I got something wrong here. Exit should be streaming something. Exit is following Dinos vs A1M1. So let me change that for a moment. And here we are. Finally, we're going to get into the room. Okay, hopefully everything is okay. Exit has nominated himself to stream Serenity versus Veil instead. So next, I'll change myself. I'll go back. Here we are. I'm here. I'm just not going to get ready, and I'm going to download a replay. We have Cuba from North with a very nice game in the Vickers Light doing a lot of damage, but we're not going to play that because it's going to. I mean, you're going to spend. We're going to spend a lot of time watching that. So instead of doing that, we're going to get. Not Kimiera. Mouse. Okay. Let's play Mummy Jinxes in that mouse then. Oh, Exeter will keep on following Dinos versus A1M1 then. You know, let's go to play this replay, shall we? Do we have enough time for that? Hopefully they don't. I'm going to play a replay. And this is Mommy Milkers and that's a mouse. Okay, we have time. We have time to play this. Well, I don't know why it has I don't know what is going on to my Milkus. Don't know what happened to him. Suddenly saying this. He's going to A. He is spinning his camera around. Very quick, you know, sensitivity he has here. Usually I have it very low, just because it gets a bit difficult to aim when you have so high sensitivity. That's why I always get it low. And I think in shooting games as well, I don't have it high. Actually, well, actually I have it high. I think I did have it high, or is it not? I don't know. Great shot there, and bounce. That is important. Receives a bounce in front of himself as well. And that's a great shot into J Hall. And receives a splash. But really, Mummy Jinx is really bouncing the shots in the mouse, not like GB earlier today. I'll admit to my Novka. What? We just jinxed Mummy Milkus already. It's going to, oh, another bounce, and another one, and another one. What a tank it is. Blocked already more than 3,000 damage. But Mellow is actually the first tank down in his team. And they don't have a cap at the moment. Another bounce. How many bounces will Mummy Milkus get? Yes! And we are seeing E100 now down to one shot. Could have bounced that shell this time. And AMX50B, oh, might get a bounce. What is this shell? That was a freak shell there, but lucky that it got panned more than 5,000 damage blocked. That was unlucky. I think that's just karma right here. Kot is now dead. With Ashoka also killed by Mummy Milkus. It's now 4 versus 5. And well, just going to see Mummy Milkus just going very aggressive into the enemy. No, it's supporting Super Conqueror, but he cannot stay. They cannot stay for long. They are trying to run away from this. And he was supposed to get Chieftain, not the M6U, but well, it's lucky to get M6U instead. And ready. And now, oh, it's not a bounce this time. I mean, Mouse has a lot of hit points actually, and that is really massive. Actually, caused the medium tanks to, you know, phase out gradually. But it doesn't have a lot of gun depression, but that was a big shell. From Gorilla into M6O, can he do this? Mummy Milkus looking to kill off M6O, did it. It was a tough shell right here. Could have bounced, but it was not a bounce. I could have rammed into Gorilla, but it's going to land a big HE shell into that. And Gorilla obviously got the thing, I forgot the name of this, to reduce the amount of inputs reduced by HE shells, but that was not a good HE shell right here. And that Gorilla bounced onto Mouse, but the DPM might not be able to do it. Maybe could do it. It is! Mummy Milkus. 4 kills, almost 6,000 damage, and more than 6,000 damage bounced. Impressive indeed. He also rammed into tanks a lot of times. Mastery rating increased by only 30. That was quite low, but I suppose it should be a lot more. Just get ready. Hopefully we will not, you know, let the team wait for too long. It seems they are not ready, so doesn't matter. Endgame seems to be, you know, switching things up a little bit, but it is going to be Faust Endgame versus Luca. You're seeing Endgame with Akishiyu, Hollow Purple Carolate, People Devil, Winterlade, Orca, and I Love Susie Bay. In Team A and Team B, which is going to be on the south side, Loka is going with Anya-tastic, Baron-tastic, Force-tastic, Uni-tastic, U-tastic, Ventastic, and Wesh-tastic. Wesh-tastic is also known as Sebo, I think. And you have Fantastic, Yasuo-tastic, Toby and Marshmallow spectating, not spectating, but on the subs bench. Okay, we know the lineups here. Akishiyu in the Crown Varg alongside Carolate and Orca. Hollow Purple, People Devil, Winterlade, triple M6 Yos, with I Love Susie Bay in the Vickers Lights. On the other hand, we have Loka, loads of clipping tanks, triple Crown Bargains by Fox-tastic, Uni-tastic, and Ventastic, Baron-tastic, Lesh-tastic, double M6 Yos, with Anya-tastic, U-tastic, double T125. Here we are seeing Loka, blue team, south spawn going mostly to the north, southwestern corner it is, with endgame, red team, north spawn. Ooh. Are they doing a spawn baiting strategy here? D is going to be captured by Loka, and they're trying to get into the southwestern corner, with I Love Susie Bay going to get not really aggressive, but I think he spotted up Uni-tastic, and Orca spotted up as well. So probably not spotted by I Love Susie Bay, but instead Orca. I Love Susie Bay is also known as Chocolate, if you don't know already. And we are seeing Akishiyu and Carolate holding in the southwestern corner. And Loka has a cap on D, so the cap points are with Loka, the hit points also with Loki, so he's actually on endgame to make a move here. C is going to be captured by Orca. Oh, I Love Susie Bay taking a hit here. Akishiyu also, it's actually endgame that needs to do something here, but Loka stacked up really nicely over to Wei. Will endgame do a rotation? But if they do a rotation, they will leave the Crown Bargains isolated. So I think endgame is stuck in a tricky situation here. Common sense, you would want to rotate away from this and not going into Loka. But endgame seems to go into Loka's forces. They might be looking to shut down Use-tastic and also Anya-tastic. And Loka, they need to be really ready for this. Are they ready? I Love Susie Bay takes a big hit here, peeks out, but receives a lock shot from Loka. Loka with the T125 looking to go into the backside of Akishiyu, or are they trying to focus fire nicely? U-tastic, great shot into Akishiyu. Akishiyu is now down to one shot, and he's trying to run away from this situation. And Loka, they also have Ventastic and Anya-tastic really low. Hit points are now neck and neck here. Loka hasn't been doing really well, actually. When endgame is going aggressive on A, it seems Anya-tastic's now really low, and he's now taken out, finally. Loka, they still have the hit point poorly, but not by much. And Akishiyu, he needs to be taken out very soon, and he's taken out by U-tastic, and U-tastic dropped the reactive armor. On the other hand, endgame looking to shut down Wish-tastic and also Uni-tastic potentially. Baron-tastic's looking for Carolate here. And if you can see from Baron-tastic perspective, he is looking to have 2 shells in this clip. He's going to put 1 shell into potentially People Devil. No, he's going to show his backside. Fantastic's now dead. Baron-tastic, good shot into Hollow Purple. Hollow Purple's now down to one shot, but Baron-tastic is killed. Endgame is probably getting an upper hand right here. They are leading by more than 1,000 hit points. West-tastic is going to buy as many time as much time as possible for Loka, trying to run around in circles. Hollow Purple is now finally dead, and it's now 3 versus 4. Loka with a hit point pool of with a gun advantage. They are looking to shut down Force-tastic, and Force-tastic's now really low. He needs to pull back and allow Unitastic to come in. Unitastic going to drop a speed boost, and I think he's looking to Baron-tastic needs to restart real quick, and I think he's killed, so it doesn't matter here. Loka, oh, People Devil might have made a really bad call here, showing the backside to Unitastic. Unitastic might be able to put a great 80 shell. He does. He might be able to do it another time. It is the case, People Devil. Oh my goodness me, that is a grave mistake right here. But that also leaves West-tastic very, very far away. But good shot into Orca here. It's actually 2 versus 3. Loka is probably making a comeback here. And that is probably going to be the first time ever that Endgame is losing a match. And I think this is also the first test, big test for Endgame. They haven't faced the very strong clan so far. But it seems Windchillade is dead, and that leaves Orca, the last person standing. But Orca kills off West-tastic, but Unitastic is going to kill Orca off, and Loka wins the first match. 1-0 it is. And here we are, Loka, 4 tanks doing more than 2k, Endgame, 5 tanks doing more than 2k. And we're on to the second match on Faust. Okay, here we go. We are seeing Endgame now going with a triple M6Os by Hollow Purple, People Devil, and Windchillade, and they are going for triple Crown Vargas by Akishiyu, Carolade, and Orca with I Love Susie Blade, Any Eyes For, no mediums or lights for both teams actually. Oniatastic in a T110E5 alongside Utastic, Baron-tastic, West-tastic, double M6Os, triple Crown Vargas by Force-tastic, Unitastic, and Fantastic. And I'm not sure if both teams are trying strats here, and there are so many clipping tanks here. You will have to ask, whether it's going to be worth it. But that being said, both teams will have relatively low DPM. It seems Loka is going to take quadruple Crown Vargans and triple M6Os. Quadruple Crown Vargans by Force-tastic, Unitastic, Fantastic, and West-tastic, but triple M6Os by Utastic, Oniatastic, and Baron-tastic. No, Baron is going to play in T110E5 instead. Yasuo-tastic in the Gargoyle. But remember, Gargoyle means something really funny. Does it mean choking? I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check the definition at the moment because I remember I saw it in the wrong place. A grotesque carved human. Okay, so it's actually nothing related to what I'm thinking about. We're seeing Loka, double Crown Vargas looking to secure C, but actually Endgame is looking to secure D here, and it's going to be cap point advantage to Fantastic. He got C more quickly than Endgame gets D. So Loka playing in the southwestern corner near A, but Akishiyu actually is an isolated tank. If Loka knows this, will Endgame be able to support Akishiyu quickly enough? But at the same time, Endgame is going very aggressive on C. It's actually, I think Loka might be in trouble more than Endgame is. And Windchillade is going into C potentially, and to cap it out. And Loka got 2 caps here, and that would mean Endgame would be losing some hit, but not a lot. Yeah, I'm more worried about Fantastic now. Fantastic needs to stay back. He might receive a lot of focus from Endgame here. Starting his turret around, and with C now getting getting captured. Fantastic also receiving a lot of hits. Receiving a hit by Tipo Devil. Oh, Fantastic tracked, and he got eviscerated. Oh, Orca. Endgame being the Grim Reaper here. And Weshtastic, however, I think he is isolated as well. Winchell is going from behind of Weshtastic, and he's going to land a big shell. No, it's just a normal shell into Weshtastic. Double tap into Weshtastic. Loka needs to do something on the other side. Hit points are firmly in favor of Endgame. And Weshtastic is going to put a shell into Hollow Purple, and he's going to put another shell. Potentially, he's going to reload for a little bit. Loka's dropping a lot of hit points already. Endgame very aggressive, and Loka has no definite answer to that, and they're trying to respawn to it now. Weshtastic has stayed there for quite a long time, but would that be important? I don't think so, because Endgame got 3 caps. They are leading by more than 6,000 hit points here, even almost 6,000 around. And Unitastic's dead. Weshtastic is dead. It's still a 7 versus 4 for Endgame. Unitastic's crossing, but he takes a lot of hits for doing so. But Utastic got Hollow Purple out, but Forstastic is going to be the next tank down, potentially Orca. Great shell into Forstastic, and Shockley is going to put a shell into Fox, and it is going to be the case with Onytastic. I blame Sabu. Yes, I think Sabu has a really bad strategy here, and Onytastic is going to receive a hit, and Utastic puts a shell into I Love Susie Bay with Akishiyu. Not killing Utastic, but People Devil actually. Onytastic by Gorka. That is a really great victory for Endgame here. It stands 1-1 now. Okay, here we are. Loka with 3 tanks doing more than 2k, and Endgame 6 tanks doing more than 2k. I think this time Loka, I think, spread out a little bit way too much. Fantastic, and also Utastic, I believe, was it another tank? Weshtastic, I believe. Was horrendously isolated, and Loka didn't really seem to provide support to those 2 tanks. I mean, Fantastic, you can't blame him because he got killed in a matter of a few seconds, so Loka can't really do anything to arrest that situation. And now we're going to be on Rockfield. Endgame going with triple M6COs, double crown bargains by Caroline Orca, Akishiyu, T135, Alasusi Bay, and Vixlight. Loka is going with a quadruple crown bargains by Fox, Uni, Ben, and Wesh. Utastic in the M6CO alongside Onya Baron in T125. Here we go. Endgame is going with triple M6Os by Hollow Purple, People Devil, and Winchellade. Double Crown Bargain by Carolade and also Orca. Akishiyu in the T125. I Love Susie Bay in the Vickers Light. Loka. Quadruple Crown Bargains by Fantastic, Unitastic, Yastiotastic, and Foxtastic. Onytastic in the M6Os alongside Utastic and Weshtastic in the T125. There we go. Forstastic dropping the speed boost, and Utastic slowly climbing into the TD spot. Weshtastic going to go into the middle. Once again, we are not. We're seeing a light tank at least for I Love Susie Bay. He is going to spot up Weshtastic, but he's not going to spot up the other Locust tanks. Oh, he himself is spotted. Receives a shot by Fantastic, so it's a little bit careless here by Chocolate. Endgame is committing their tanks onto sea. EU server loves to put tanks onto sea or Rockview for some odd reasons. I think they love rolls. You see a lot of rolls happening around the sea area actually, and Winchellate is going to be held down in this position. Remember the M60 has 10 degrees of gun depression, so this is also the only tank in tier 10 except Chieftain and Super Conqueror that is meta tank and has 10 degrees of gun depression in a heavy tank. I mean, Fantastic already crippled. Ooh, he's now down to 433 hit points here. C's captured by Endgame, with Weshtastic's looking to shut down Winchellate. Actually, Winchellate's in loads of trouble here. Unisat's gonna put a Glacier into Winchellate. Winchellate is now going to be a one-shot. Oh, but Weshtastic is getting liquidated in a matter of a second. See, great focus fire by Endgame. With Fantastic also really low. Fantastic is also out of the game. I think Endgame might have an advantage here. They have to make use of this advantage to shut down the tanks near C before Fantastic and Fantastic is able to come in to support Loka. They have to do this one. It's now 5 versus 6. Endgame needs to do this. It's still really close to call. Hit points neck and neck, but Loka has a slight hit point pool advantage. But Holo Purple's now dead. Fantastic has come in support Loka, so I think Endgame's golden opportunity to shut down the tanks is probably now over. Endgame now down by more than 1,000 hit points of difference. They're looking to shut down Yasuo-tastic. People Devil is going to be very low. Yasuo-tastic's now dead. Orca wasted their shell onto the corpse, and People Devil is now dead. It's now 3 versus 4. I Love Susie Bay in the Vega Slide driving around. Great shot into Fantastic, but killed by Onyatastic. Orca is going to shut down Fantastic potentially, but Onyatastic is going to try as hard as he could to stop that kill from happening. But I think Orca is going to kill Fantastic, and Akishiyu is roaring against Fantastic here. It's going to be 2 versus 1 for Loka here. Orca is going to go down to the M60Os. It's now down to 1 shot, but the M60O is going to be on for a really long time. Onyatastic's tracked, and with also now Akishiyu, great shot into Fantastic, and it's going to be Loka with the 3rd game. 2-1, it is going to be Loka. Orca is dead, leaving Akishiyu the last person standing. Well done to Loka. More like Endgame unable to get the kills quickly enough when they have all the tanks a numerical advantage on the seaside, and they were punished for that dearly. And Loka were a little bit lucky not to lose that one, I would say, if Endgame was able to be clinical enough. But as it stands, Loka have 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and Endgame only 4 tanks doing more than 2k. Loka will win this one. And now we're seeing Rockfield with Loka, quadruple Crown Bargains by Fantastic, Yasuo-tastic, and Unitastic, and Fantastic. Onyatastic, Utastic, and Weshtastic, triple M60Os, Endgame. We are going to be seeing, once again, I Love Susie Bay or Chocolate in this light tank, and he's going to play in, well, I mean, I said it already, Orca and the M60Os alongside People Devil, and also Holo Purple. And we'll have Winchellate in the Mouse, Kelrate and Akishiyu, double Crown Bargains. Let's head up high, shall we? Loka, blue team, south spawn. Endgame, red team, north spawn. Onitastic in the M60s is going to get a lot of spots up potentially. Nah, I don't think so. Well, let's head back to, out of CC Bay for a moment. He is in the biggest ledge. Should be following him instead. Great spot onto Fantastic and also Yasuotastic. And is he going to spot up Utastic for Stastic? Spot it up for Stastic and also, no, not Unitastic. He's going to run away. Great call from I love CC Bay. I think enough information for endgame. Will they apply pressure onto C? Problem with Loka is that they are very spread out. So if endgame decides to push, they could potentially win this one. They don't really know exactly if that's the situation. But you are seeing the Crown Vargas near A. I think endgame is holding their ground for a little bit. But if I was them, I probably would have called for a rush actually. But Onitastic's taking a lot of hits here. C is going to be captured by endgame. They might go in support. But Loka, they have the Crown Vargas ready to shoot the crossing tanks actually. C is captured. Actually, endgame does not have to push. They have the cap lead, not Loka. So I love CC Bay. Spotted. Eventually spotted. I love CC Bay. It's also spotted here. I think endgame just need to stay safe and not lose too many hit points here. They have to conserve hit points. Loka, near A, Unitastic. And endgame. With Akishi spawning up Yasuotastic. And People Devil, Carolade going to be held down in this situation. Unitastic is still spotted. As it stands, it's still really, really dull at the moment. Very weird for a map like Rockfield, where, well, not really weird. We see it from time to time, but both teams are approaching a very defensive setup, a very defensive match here. Nothing much is happening. Winterlate has rotated away actually. The problem is if Loka, if they have tanks mostly on C, Loka might win this one. But they have two tanks near A, they know they can't run away. Winterlate, potentially, this is a very, very risky move by endgame, I would say. Because if Loka decides to rush C, but also endgame has a lot of tanks on C, so you can't say much about this. Well, Winterlate's going aggressive on A now, and he misses. Is it a shot onto Utastic? I think it's a miss. B is getting captured by Fostastic, so now it's Loka with the cap lead here, but Winterlate, the Chungus, is going to miss that shell until Utastic, but can he captured A? It's going to be hard, but you never know. Never say never. And he's actually able to get A? I think he's able to get A here. He got A! He got A! And endgame will be getting the cap lead once again, and Loka, I doubt, I'm questioning whether they should have done something to reset A, actually, but endgame, it's going to be an interesting call to go really aggressive into Loka's forces near the spawn, but I think Loka might have enough crossfire to deal with this. This could become a very bad move from endgame. The CC and Carolade looking shut down Yasuotastic, but the Capwoods are with endgame still. I love CC is now dead, but Fantastic is also getting taken out. It's now Capwoods are now neck and neck, but the Capwoods are very close. You can't say anything. It will flip every time very quickly in a short span. But Winterlate is getting rushed by Loka. Loka seems to be getting on top of this here. But Onitastic is also really low. Onitastic will be taken out really quickly. Winterlate is now dead, but Onitastic is also dead. Hollow Purple has reloaded. And Carolade misses that shell onto, I think it's a bounce, onto Yasuotastic. And he got taken out by Yasuotastic. Carolade got taken out by Yasuotastic. And we see Hollow Purple going to put a shell into Weshtastic. No, People Devil is killed by Weshtastic, meaning Loka is now 3-1. And not a 4-0. Oh dear, oh dear. Thank you. Loka, 5 tanks to more than 2k endgame, only 2 tanks to more than 2k. That is not a good push by endgame. It was a decisive move, but Loka is ready for this. And didn't really distract a lot of forces here. And I'm not sure if that's, I don't know, if it's a call that should have been made. I think at the end of the day, endgame needs to get a cap points back. But something tells me they should not have made that move. But I think it is a controversial. I think it's just controversial move by Endgame. It definitely didn't work out. Should they make that move? Probably not. But I don't care at this point. It's now 3-1 to Loka, and let's focus on the next game then. Turks. What? Oh my goodness me, Turks? What is going on? Turks 4-0 against BPS. That is a shocker. Well, we don't know what happened there, but endgame, double Crown Vargans by Akishio and Carolade, Hollow Purple and People Devil, double M60Os, Mouse replayed by Winchley, double IS4s by Orca and Susie Bay, Loka is going with double IS4 by Foxtastic and Weshtastic, Crown Vargan will be played by Yasutastic and Fantastic, Mouse will be played by Unitastic, and double T135 by Onyatastic and Utastic. Okay, so Loka is going to put tanks into BOT, and endgame also doing the same thing. I think that could go either which way. Orca is spotted, Weshtastic is now spotted, and let's look at Weshtastic here. Spotted up, I love Susie Bay. This will go very quickly, I think. With People Devil and Hollow Purple, Weshtastic misses that shell, Orca takes a hit, Hollow Purple also takes a hit here. Loka so far doing really well at the start. They have the hit point pool advantage, but endgame, they need to do something. Utastic and Utastic rotating from behind. Could that be the winning move here? We'll find out soon. Let's follow Utastic for now. It's going to flank from behind. It's going to put a Glacier. Ekishiu takes a big here, but Utastic just misses that shell onto I love Susie Bay. Endgame is falling apart here. At the same time, Endgame's going to make a move. Hollow Purple gets double tapped. This has descended into Anarchy, and Loka still on top of this. They still have a hit point pool advantage, but Fantastic's now dead. Hit points are now neck and neck, I would say, and Endgame might be getting something out of this. People Devil is now the focus for Loka, but Yasuo Tastic, great shot into Akishiu. This is turmoil. Akishiu is now dead, and you also have Orca looking to kill off a Yasuo Tastic. Carolade is going to be the focus for Loka here, and it's going to be 4 versus 5 with Carolade now one shot. Foxtastic is going to kill off Carolade, isn't it? It's going to be Unitastic killing off Carolade, and it's going to be 3 versus 4 with Orca bounces onto Foxtastic. Foxtastic is going to put a shell into I love Susie Bay, but it's a bounce as well. So far, Loka is still with a hit point pool lead, but that could change. Weshtastic's trying to shield Foxtastic, but eventually might be able to put a shell. Weshtastic unable to still to shield Foxtastic. It's going to be really close now. Orca needs to put a great shot into Unitastic. It is going to be the case. Winchley, great shot into Unitastic, and Orca now down to 417 hit points. I love Susie Bay is going to put a shell into as a bounce. So many bounces here. Orca got rammed by Unitastic, but at the same time, Winchley kills off Unitastic. I love Susie Bay is potentially going to be the next tank down for endgames. Now down to one shot. Winchley ramming as much as he could, but is it going to be enough? Unitastic going to finish off. I love Susie Bay, and it's now 2 versus 1. Loka cannot throw this one away. Winchley is the last person standing. He's going to put a shell into Weshtastic. It's going to be the case, but that terrain is going to mean Winchell is going to spend some time in aiming, but it's a bounce from Weshtastic onto Winchell, but another bounce from the backside. Oh my goodness me. Winchell needs to kill off Weshtastic. It is going to be the case, but Utastic is full health against a mouse. Winchell, can he work wonders at that mouse here? Let's follow Winchell here. Winchell, great shell into Utastic. Winchell cannot bounce that shell into Utastic. And you make a comeback here. It's going to be unlikely as the time goes on. Utastic. Winchell is side scraping. Utastic. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Winchell. Great shell to Utastic, but he received a shell in return. Utastic panning every shell he could. It's going to be hard. Winchell is now down to 2 shots. Oh dear, he's angling his third armor. Great shot to Utastic. But Utastic is a 3-shot. Winchell is a 1-shot potentially. And I think Utastic could have finished off Winchell. And that means it's 4-1 to Loka. At the same time, we have Serenity 4-1 against Vale. And that leaves Immortals versus APA, probably the last, the one that we will follow next. And GG's to everybody. We will go into Immortals versus APA. Okay, as it stands, it's 3-2 to APA. APA might be able to win their first ever game. So we will follow this. They're going to get me to spectate here. Oh, let's start. Okay. We'll follow APA versus Immortals here. Going to not change anything. I'm going to change the clan logos, by the way. As it stands, 4-1 to Loka. So well done to Loka. They will get 3 points. And this is going to be the 6th game for APA and Immortals. Apologies for that. This is a close game, actually. Okay, here we go. APA, blue team, no spawn, with Immortals going mostly to B. They're stacking up so many tanks on B. You have to ask, it's going to be worth it. We will know. We'll find out soon. But Lightning McQueen is now on B. Will APA? I don't think they are in position to reset Lightning McQueen. However, let's head down to Lightning McQueen. He is in a really good position. There is no one there near that rock to reset Lightning McQueen. And actually, Immortals got the cap lead here. However, they have to try trade a lot better than APA because they have more than 1,000 hit points of advantage. Interesting call by APA to take quadruple Ice Force. Not a common strategy nowadays. Ice Force problem is the gun. Main problem is the gun. DPM is relatively low. Accuracy is not good. So you have to be really careful with that. Armor is also not the best. If you want better armor, you might want to go for E100 or mouse instead. Osio taking a hit by Lightning McQueen. And here we are. APA, great shot into Romeo Jones. And we are seeing Pigula. Very interesting position. I'm not sure if this is good position. APA They have to wait a little bit. They still have the hit point pool advantage, but they do not have the cap advantage. They have Yennefer in the bush. Don't know why. Osseo near the rock, and Reaction in the bush as well. C is going to be captured by Immortals. If it continues this way, Immortals would be winning this one. They have a lot of caps at the moment. Lightning McQueen getting a little bit careless. Yennefer is going into B. I think that will elicit response by Immortals. The double mouse are going in front at the start. Great shots by Immortals onto Pigura. I think Mouses might have to... Oh, no, they don't have to wait. APA looking to shut down Romeo Jones. Chelsea. And it's going to be really close. A draw has been ensued. It's all about focus fire at this point. Sinkarovnika is going to focus for Immortals. The rest of the T1 10E5s are coming to support. And Sinkarovnika is going to go down very quickly. AP still with a hit point pool advantage, but Lightning McQueen is now dead. AP got B as well, but C is a free-for-all cap there. The hit points are still with APA, but the cap points are still with Immortals here. Sinkarovnika is going to go down, but that track shot right here, it was so important. That bought a little bit of time, but both Kirovnika and Pigura are now dead. E-Downs is now a one-shot, so bounce dash out onto Osseo. Immortals, can they make a comeback here? It's looking unlikely minute by minute, second by second. Osseo is taking a lot of hits here, but so dropping reactive armor. I think he's going to go down very quickly here. And Mangfak and the Witcher looking to kill off So with Pachong Crew. Osseo also dead. Pachong Crew is going to put a shell into Reaction, and that's the case. It's now 3 versus 4. Pachong Crew rams into Reaction. Pachong Crew is now very low, 504 hit points. Romeo Jones is going to put a shot into nothing. Pachong Crew is now dead, and that turret will not land onto Reaction. This is a really good response by APA. That push on B is pretty well timed, I must say. I wish we saw APA like this sooner. I don't know how they lost the first 3 games, and now they are much better. This is APA. This is third placing APA here. Although it was a little bit close, but in the end, it is convincing win for APA. I mean, Motherfucker and Richard is still really healthy, but the hat point is still with Immortals. Are they able to stay alive? If they can kill off Yennefer, that would be very, very big here. But Romeo Jones, he needs that kill onto Yennefer. Great shot there, unable to kill off Yennefer, but the Witcher, he's healthy, very, very healthy. And he kills off Alistair. Yes, the Premier Cup is only for EU. And Yennefer bounce that shell. Romeo Jones, the Witcher is going to put a great edgy shell there. And Yennefer will finish off Romeo Jones. It is going to be the case. 4-2 to APA. There we go. We are seeing APA 3 tanks doing more than 2k. Immortals 5 tanks doing more than 2k. But that was not enough to win Immortals the game. But I think that was a valiant effort by Immortals. APA, that is the APA we are talking about. Suddenly they are playing a lot better when it's getting streamed by me. Probably. I think it's not the case, but anyway. No, it's not possible to do a community tournament across all servers because of the pain. Inherent pain, you can't do anything about it. Exit is blessed. I think it's going to be the first tiebreaker. Don't think so. I think so. Alright, so now we are waiting for Dinos vs A1M1. This has apparently gone into tiebreaker, but we are seeing Local Serenity and Game Turks with 3 points each. No, I mean, yes as well. So there are 5 clans with 3 points. This is actually tense for these clans, but at the same time, Immortals with 0 points. And essentially we'll be seeing oof. Okay, so we will wait a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to play a replay then, as we wait for the final result. We will see the replay by Fast the Bat here. Let me load this up. He is in US. Is it that I'm concentrated or am I not concentrated though? Great shot. Yeah, it was a great shot into Centurion, but should have taken a shot from Chieftain. It said professionalism by World Tank Split streamer. Probably it is. It's going to go. Oh, Hori, just able to hide himself nicely there. It's going to get C, so that's good. Great shot into Chieftain. Very unreal. Oh, it's a miss here. Trojan is dead. Tim is also dead. What's going to be a really tough one to call? It's bounce. Hori misses. That is big. You can kill with Hori now. You can't miss that one. It's going to be T-57 heavy anyway. It's still better than nothing. at least. It's that name is very sus. Vaga, you know. I know what that player is trying to express, what word they are trying to say. I think that's not permitted. I think we will see a rename user coming in soon. But anyway, you're already seeing some people laughing at that username here. Well, anyway, let's focus in this game. ST1 looking. I don't know why it's like there is a anti-magnet here in Nesficus Light. Whatever shell. Oh, Death Star. This almost got shot. Oh, he has to run away. 2 heavy tanks in deep trouble. Run, Forest, run. Going to put a great shot into ST1. It is. ST1, will he be able to? Will they be able to put a shell? I don't think so. Great run here. Death Star is dead. Great coordination with the T-57 Heavy, and that is important. You need teammates alive. Oh, they are lucky not to have taken a hit by E-75. And it's a bounce. Oh, it's a miss. Don't know, but doesn't matter. Hit points more important in this situation. T-57 is still really healthy. That is going to be a very important time. Great shot to ST1. And it's now down to 1 shot. And to kill. Great job to T-57 Heavy. I like the coordination between these 2 tanks now. They are doing a fantastic job. Roxane super. And it's now dead. Faster Bat now dead. And we are going to be seeing it's going to be great win. Faster Bat doing more than 5k, and that is a great win here. Just only a first class, but it's exceptional. Sport of 5, and great job to you. And are we going to see the result finally? Dinos won 4-3 in the end. A1M1 are still has still yet to won a single game, and Dinos definitely now has made a comeback and is now doing better now. That means that will leave A1M1 and Immortals rooted firmly at the bottom of the table with 0 points APA in the 8th position. And I think tomorrow is going to be important here. 2 more games, two more games will be played, and it now looks like to be top 4 being hotly contested. And they're also doing, I mean, not the best. Didn't win against Serenity, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to be. Alright, so this is it. Dinos 4-3 against A1M1, and here we are. The table will look like this now. Loka, Serenity, Endgame, Tux, BPS 3, points, Veil and Dinos 2 points each, and APA with 1 point, A1N1 Immortals 0 points. And tomorrow we will have Rolling Swarm streaming, Loka versus Dinos and Serenity versus APA. I'll be following APA versus A1N1, and then A1N1 versus Loka. New beta, hopefully he is going to be fine tomorrow. BPS versus Endgame, this is a big match to follow. And then he will follow Turks versus Immortals Exit. We'll be following Veil versus Turks, and then Endgame versus Veil. Alright, this has been me, What Was Helper. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you tomorrow and in full form. And thank you all for watching. Not lots of viewers, I would say, but still really good. Thank you for all for your support. And tomorrow, another exciting set